My skin is black.
What you looking
My
at?
skin
Yeah,
is black.
I feel so good to be black right now.
is black.
What you look-
Welcome to episode 136 of the Black in Fashion podcast. Guys, I'm so excited today, and I'm so excited to kick off Black Fashion Month, as well as Black Fashion Month, and then of course we just ended our Women's History Month. So hope you guys are caught up on all the episodes and that you've been tuning in to all the amazing things that we have going on. Please make sure you check out our Black Designer Directory online, and of course if you want to be adding, just feel free to shoot us an email at blackinfashionpodcast.com. So, today we are joined with Asma. Asma is a fashion stylist. She has worked with clients to elevate their wardrobe. She also does a lot of photo shoot styling where she creates pieces on set. You just go ahead and drape right on the body, right? She organizes your wardrobes, help with model posing and creative direction. The benefits of working with her is not only to find clothing items, but to also study her clients' express interests, goals, and objectives to ensure their comfortability in the outfits and coordinate for them. So she works to elevate her clients' wardrobe to the best of their ability and to their liking. So, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. So I have a little icebreaker that I like to do, and our icebreaker segment is actually sponsored by Demeanor. Demeanor by Tiara Alexandria is a Black-owned, woman-founded contemporary women's wear brand that provides cocktail attire and elevated capsule pieces to the modern-day hyper-feminine alpha woman. They are known for their juxtaposition, sexuality with sophistication, and delivering high-quality fashion pieces at an attainable price point. When you are looking to elevate or refine your personal style and brand, let us provide you with high-quality apparel that is ultra-chic and feminine so that you can command every room and represent yourself with the utmost confidence and sophistication. Use code BNF15 for 15% off your first purchase. So, the segment is called This or That.
Okay.
So you just have to tell me what you prefer, like, over the other.
Okay.
Okay? To stay in the fashion world then. So, skinny leg or flare leg?
Flare leg. Definitely.
You spit that right
Yeah,
out.
I can't look skinny.
Studs or hoops?
Dang.
Yeah,
I'm in between.
But
But
the one that chokes people up.
yeah, I would say studs on the simple side.
Studs, okay. Platforms or, well, not platforms, mules or wedges?
Mules.
Mules. And my ultimate favorite, crew neck or V-neck?
Crew neck.
Crew neck. All right,
Definitely.
so let's pop right in. So what is your background and where are you from?
So my name is Asma Shakar. I'm from Philadelphia. Born and raised in Philadelphia. I went to school in Philadelphia. Everything surrounding me is basically Philadelphia. I've done everything there. I graduated high school in 2020. I went to Westchester for about a year, but I definitely didn't finish out because I didn't know what I really wanted to do up until about a year ago. So, yeah, that's about it. And I'm at 20 years old, going on 21 in a few weeks. But anything else?
When did the fashion bug hit you? That's an important part of the upbringing.
Okay, so the fashion bug hit me probably when I was younger. I would say probably like 4 or 5 years old. My grandmom used to make all of my clothes. She's a seamstress. She can make anything. She used to make all of my clothes, and being Muslim, I would be in the masjid all the time, and she would make all my overgarments, and I would get approached by 1,000 different moms asking, like, oh, like, where can I get this for my daughter? And I would tell them, oh, like, she really only sews for me. But it would just be so interesting for them to be, like, such an all about the outfit and her creativity, because, you know, to me, at first, it's like, yeah, that's cool, I'll wear it, but, like, it didn't really, like, sit with me, and then until people came up to me, like, wow, like, she put ruffles right there, and, like, you know, and then I started to get into it, and I started to ask her questions, like, how to sew. She taught me how to sew when I was very young, taught me how to hand sew. I used to make clothes for my dolls.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I feel like it really started from her, and then my mom, she would sew, too. My mom loved everything clothing-wise with me. She would dress me really nice. I just remember, you know, the compliments and stuff from everybody around me. And then, you know, you're younger, you start to grow up, you kind of stray away from that. I kind of came away from that, but I always was, like, somebody that liked to dress nice. But that's all it was in my head at first. It was just, like, I'm dressing nice. I really wasn't paying too much attention to, like, the fashion aspect of it. But as I got older, I would say that I started to pay a little bit more attention to the fashion aspect of it and understand that, oh, this could be like a job choice or a career choice for myself. And that's where I am where I am now, because I started to, I came back from when I was younger. I came back to it. Like, it came back to me. Like, okay, I love fashion or whatever. In high school, I won best dress. And like I said before, it was just, to me, it was just about dressing. But now it's more like the fashion aspect and, you know, making it a career choice. And then now that's why I'm into fashion styling and everything fashion right about now.
Nice. Okay. So speak about your services and what you offer, and what is your, I guess, what's your favorite service?
My favorite service. Okay, so right now I offer virtual styling where you could text me, you can tell me about an event that you have coming up or a birthday or anything that you have coming up where you need an outfit and you're stuck, and I can style an outfit for you virtually where we talk and, you know, you give me all the details and I create something for you. We talk about if you do or don't like what I provided, we'll change it around. And then that's what I do virtually. And then I also provide photo shoot stylings where if you have a photo shoot coming up and you have a concept, you can tell me your concept and then I'll bring the outfit part of it to life, because I feel like that's really an important part about, you know, photo shoots and stuff like that. So
Absolutely.
That's what I'm doing now. So far I've been doing a lot of collaborative work, but for the past like 2 months I'm more so on the, you know, getting paid for what I do now.
Nice.
So yeah. What was the other question?
What is your favorite service?
My favorite service is definitely the photo shoot styling services, because that's what I really wanted to do when I started styling. I started with virtual styling and I really wanted to see the things that I style come to life. And I think it comes to life a lot faster when you're on set and you're doing photo shoots. So that's definitely my favorite service to offer.
Isn't being on set like one of the, I feel like I've only done, give or take in my life, maybe 2 photo shoots. And it just seems so hectic. And I did one at the top of January, and I hadn't done one in like 3 years. And I was just like, ooh, this is stressful.
It is.
Like, it's stressful. It's a lot of work. And I'm just like, oh, hell no. Like, I don't want to do this.
It really is a lot of work. But I feel like if you love what you do, you're not going to really, like, see the background to all of that. But I really love being on sets. It's a lot when I, you know, break it into details and I talk about it with somebody. I'm like, I did this, I did that. It's like, it's a lot. But to me, it's what I love to do. So it doesn't really bother me.
True. I get that. All right. So tell me about your creative process. So when someone, let's say they reach out to you and they want to do like a whole virtual styling kind of thing, and they give you the details of the event, what are like other details that you collect? Do you go off of body types? You know, do you have like core questions that you ask to really pull out what they need, whether it's a body type preference, whether it is like color preferences? Like, do you prefer to see them first and like literally let them give you creative control? Like, what is your like creative process look like?
So I prefer for them to let me give creative control, but like you said, I definitely go off of body type. Like, if your page is private, I normally ask them to send me a few photos of them, because I want the clothes to, of course, complement your body, definitely. Right. I also go off of budget. That's one. You know, you gotta make sure that you give me a budget so that I'm not giving you something super expensive. And I also ask them, like, are you into designer? Are you more into things that are less flashy? I ask them questions like, would you wear a mini skirt? Would you wear shorts? Like, what are you into? Like, are you going for more modesty? And then that's basically that. All those questions normally get me to where I need to go.
To where you need to be. Okay. Now, do you ever have a problem with budgets? Like, is that sometimes a thing? Like, do you have like a minimum budget that you require for people to spend in order to get your services?
So I don't have a minimum, but I would say probably like about $100. But even that now with inflation and stuff,
right,
$100, it's not getting you anywhere.
Way difficult.
Yeah, but if they come to me and they have like $100 or $150 budget, I tell them, like, okay, like, you're gonna have to send me a pair of shoes or a bag or some accessories that you already have in your closet for me to incorporate, because $100 isn't getting you shoes, bags, like, unless we're in person.
But is it $100 for the clothing or $100 for the service?
Oh, for the service.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So service, your budget and my service are 2 different things.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, you know, you pay me and then I ask you for your clothing budget.
Gotcha. Yeah. That's what I mean. Like, is there ever a problem with that? Or like, because I've seen some stylists where a price that they give is based on the relationships that they have with like retailers and stores and stuff like that, because they could probably take in more if they're borrowed stuff or, you know, stuff like that. Like, I've seen that process, and I'm like, so is yours like, it's separate? Like, no, this is my fee and this is what you gonna pay? Yeah. Or do you like, have you ever thought about like maybe working it in where? So
I could, if I'm doing like stylist pools and stuff like that, but that's also a lot of work. And to be honest, a stylist pool is more work than just going to go buy something.
True.
So to be honest, it should, to me in my head, it should cost a little bit more. Like recently I did stylist pools, and the stuff one of the pieces came all the way from Germany.
Okay.
And I had to ship that piece back, and it was $60 to ship back.
Well, they need to pay for that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's a lot going into that. It's a lot of conversations.
Right.
It's a lot of people putting trust into me, and me getting them to put the trust into me in order to borrow clothes and things. So I feel like it's a lot more work.
Yeah, it is. I think it could definitely be a lot more work when you gotta, because then you gotta think about shipping and return. And then what if they damage it? Because then you gotta have like a credit card on file or something other. Yeah, that's way more. So you would have to up the ante on that one.
Yeah, and then it's my credit card going on file. So
right,
it's like, yeah.
Definitely. Okay, so I'm gonna get into because I know you still starting out, but get into our second segment. It's called It's a Success or It's a Disaster.
Okay.
And it's a success and it's a disaster. But before we get into the segment, I need to make sure that you guys have heard of Charmaine Michelle of CM Design Agency. They're a startup fashion brand consultant with 30 plus years of experience in the New York fashion industry, and she is helping startup designers to brand and launch like a pro using this proven pre-selling strategy. You can go to Presale 100, and I'll drop that link in the show notes to learn how to position your brand for success with pre-selling so that you can get working capital to fund your production run. You will not want to miss this training if you want your brand to stand apart from the rest. She's offering a 20% off promo code exclusively for our listeners. You're going to type in CMDA times BNFP, and plus her label launch checklist is included so you can map out your launch with clarity from day one. So position your brand, success with pre-selling, and of course I'll drop that in the notes. So the whole point of the Is a Success, Is a Disaster sector is for you to tell me about a time so far in your business and in your services where something went completely bad. But it taught you something, and it made you incorporate something different into the way you do things, whether it be in customer service or your clients. But I need one of those horror stories, but something you learned from that horror story.
So I would say as of recently, thank God this was a collaborative shoot, so it was able to teach me without, the
let me get
client.
some too.
Yeah. Oh, Kyrie,
yeah, let me get a little behind the scenes too while you on it.
So recently I did a collaborative shoot, and for collaborative shoots, you try to reach out to people who can do a few things for you for free. Mm-hmm. So we had somebody make us a clothing piece. It was a dress, and the dress just did not turn right at all. And we were already on set by the time the model was trying it on and everything. And I literally had to take this dress apart and make it into a 2-piece set on set. And I really feel like that was a hard story because that took me about 30 to 45 minutes, and we only had 2 hours on set.
Yeah.
And that taught me to always make sure that the model goes to a fit-in, even if it's collaborative, client, whatever. Make sure that they make it to a fit-in no matter what's going on. Like, even if we have to reschedule the shoot, make sure that they're going to the fit-in. We're not just throwing it like, okay, oh, maybe she'll fit it. Like, she'll probably fit into it. I would never do that again. I would make sure the model has a fit-in, especially if this is a client that paid me. I would make sure that they go to their fit-in. I also would make sure that I have maybe some needle and thread on set, because I literally had to clip this dress up with 1,000 clips. So I normally keep clips in my bag, and in case something is too big to clip it up, but I had to cut this piece in half and make it into something entirely different. So I put a lot more things into my stylist bag, like needle and thread, maybe an extra zipper, or, just even some pieces like stockings or something, just because we had to hike the skirt up and it was like extremely short. So like just extra things in my stylist bag just in case anything. It didn't fit. It didn't fit at all. Like, it fit like a box. So it just it would not have worked if I didn't cut it in half.
Gotcha. Okay. So yeah, maybe that needs to be a product you offer, girl. Create like a stylist bag and sell that thing online or whatever.
I was thinking about that.
That's actually a good idea. Like all the essentials or whatever, instead of having people having to piece, like a stylist having to piece those things together, especially like when they first starting out. That could be a success story right there. You created a whole style bag, and then you get really popular and sell that. Girl,
yes, that's definitely that would be a come up.
Right, that would be I sell because I'm in the product development world, but like I sell like pattern making kits, like so that you don't have to go find your all in your sets, and I sell slopers too, so it all like comes together just to eliminate like people having to go to 5 different areas to get the supplies, like and then I have it like in a cute little bag, and it's profitable too. And I sell that bag for about $150.
Oh wow,
yeah, I'm like
that's a good profit.
Yeah. Good profit, yeah, absolutely. And I think I spend maybe about 40 to 50 on all the materials that go into the bag. So
that's good.
That's a 100% markup. So, yeah, definitely. All right, so I want you to speak about you said collaboration. When it comes to collaboration, how do you go about selecting who you're willing to collaborate with? Making sure that it's also beneficial to, both parties. So do you have like a criteria? Do you ask people like what they, target market is or how they work and stuff like that to really make sure that the collaboration is worthwhile for you?
Yes, definitely. For collaborative work, I like to work with seasoned models.
Okay.
So models who are going to get on set and know how to automatically pose, and I don't really have to do too much with them. And then also photographers who've been in the game for a while, so that way, when it comes to editing photos and taking photos, it's clean work. And I don't like to necessarily say like people that have like, a lot of followers and stuff, but it's good to work with people who have good engagement because it's like, okay, we could put this out, but, it doesn't really go anywhere when I just have me, I'm posting it and, my engagement is pretty good, but then the model's engagement isn't that good. So it's like I'm not really getting my name anywhere. I want to get my name into bigger rooms. So that's where I'm at with collaborative. Like I need to be working with people who are going to, put my name into a bigger room than the room that we're in now. But yeah, I definitely, the first thing though is like a seasoned model that comes in and just knows what to do.
Gotcha. And I want you to speak a little bit back like on your clientele and also like within you being in that. So like with you are, you dress in a modest fashion. Would you say that a lot of the clientele are, similar to you in like dress and stuff, or do you find that you have like a certain genre of fashion that you like to work in? Like if you could describe the styles that you work on, is it similar to your personal style, or do you really go outside of your comfort zone or your box when you get to styling?
I think I definitely go way outside of my comfort zone because me, I'm long shirts and, long dresses that cover my butt, but the work that I've been doing so far is like, it's out there. Like something recently I did with stockings and like, it's showing a little bit of her breast, and it's like, to me on set it's weird. I'm like, oh my God, that is tight, but it's like that's what they wear. So I'm like, I feel like the work that I've done is definitely way outside of my comfort zone, but I want to go more into like modesty because I feel like that, that's a representation of me.
Right. And there's maybe a niche market there, because there's so many stylists that like, oh, I'm a streetwear stylist, or I'm a couture stylist or whatever, but to have a stylist within like the modest fashion, that actually is a good area. I can see that being like really, really, really dope. So what is your favorite I guess category of clothing? And do you prefer to work with men over women, or does it matter?
So I would say my favorite category of clothing is definitely like streetwear. I prefer to work with women because it's easier to, their body types and my body types, they were similar, but I want to work with more men because, it's kind of getting out of my comfort zone. It's not what I'm used to. It's not the clothing that I'm used to picking out. Yeah, that's about it.
Okay. So what are the key things, like when you're styling, and a lot of times it's special occasion, but as a stylist, you still have to like be able to have that skill set where you're addressing people day to day or analyzing their wardrobes, and I saw that was something in like your services and stuff too. What is something that you feel that every woman needs in her closet this summer?
Skirts. I don't know. I'm big on like the mini skirt vibes right now. So definitely mini skirts and the really fitted bodysuits, because I feel like they're really universal. Like you can wear them with anything. Like the Skims. They kind of has like I feel like you can put that on with anything, and you'll be cool throughout the summertime. And like platform mules. Definitely, I feel like that's gonna be a big staple this summer. Okay.
Yeah, I love me a good platform mule.
Yeah, definitely, and it's a nice summer and spring shoe.
Gotcha. Okay. So tell me now, who are your favorite designers? Like if you had, if budget was not a thing, like there's no budget. A client came to you, ain't no budget, and I'm giving you complete creative control. What you putting them in? And it's a female.
It's a female.
It's a female with no budget. It doesn't matter. You can put her in anything. And she's giving you complete creative control. And she just going, it's her birthday. Let's go that way. It's her birthday.
I won't even lie. Maybe like some vintage Dolce & Gabbana.
Okay.
I love vintage Dolce & Gabbana. I don't know. It's just something about like the fitted dresses, and I don't know, something about their whole like dress category when it comes to like their vintage wear. Definitely.
Is there a like particular like look though? Like would it be a separate? Would it be a dress? What type of shoe? Like paint the picture.
I would say like a dress with like a fitted corset inside of it, and maybe a flare on the bottom. Some platform shoes. I love platform. And good jewelry, good statement pieces, good jewelry statement pieces, definitely to incorporate into that. Gotcha. Yeah.
Okay. So what can we expect to see from you in the next, like, let's say, like 3 to 4 years? Like, what are your goals?
Goals
your
wise,
goals, your vision, like, where do you see your brand going?
So basically, I want to work with everything fashion wise. I want to design clothes. I want to style celebrities. I want to style NBA players. I want to do everything fashion wise. I want to, be on set at what is it called? Runway shows, like New York Fashion Week. I really want to do everything fashion. I want to dip into everything and see what I like the most. Uh-huh. But to be honest, I'm interested in everything. Mm-hmm. So, I want to be, the next female Laura Roach or something like that. Like, yeah.
Oh, how you feel about his retirement?
That's sad. Like, that's sad. I really hope that, like, that was just
his mind.
Yeah, I really hope that was just something for people to start paying attention, and it's not like a true thing. I really hope that he stays in the game, because I just kind of like
people can make you hate what you do.
Yeah,
like, people really can. Like I've been doing like product development and production for a long time, and that whole design process. And when you starting out, it is great. Like you getting your feet wet and you get off the ground, but it's like when you get really high up there, like it's almost like BIG, like more money, more problems. Like when you really start making money in that world, and then you get legit real haters you probably never even know that you had, and then you also get the burden of just trying to please everybody, which is sometimes hard. But you just gotta remind yourself why you started. So I actually understood exactly everything he said. I'm like, I felt it. Like I felt that. I'm like, yeah, but you gotta also love it too, because I'm like, what's my exit strategy? Because I'm not gonna do this forever,
Yeah, I just hope he finds a way to, X out the people and, just focus on the fashion. But I guess that's what he's trying to do, and he can't. Yeah, I feel like that's what he wants to do, and he just can't do it. If there was a way, I wish he could find it.
Right. If I could if he could create and use technology to do the styling and stuff like that, where people maybe could go into an app or something like that, and then he didn't have to be with them as much. I think it's just all that footwork and having to manage people's, and also you end up managing people's personalities too, like, and their emotions and stuff like that. And that's not your job. Like I'm here to do my job, but I can't manage your emotions. I can't, and I also ain't a magician. I can't make you look like something that you don't look like. Like I can only do what is in reason. Which is hard for people to get sometimes, and then the burden is on you, and then you have to take on that. So
yeah, especially if that's your client, you feel bad, like oh my god, this is my client, my paying client. I want to service them the best way that I can, but then like you said, it's taking a mental toll on him or the person.
Yeah, that's real. All right, so our last segment before we wrap up is called It's a Muse. I want you to share with us a quote, a mantra, an affirmation. It could be a prayer, it could be a book, anything that you really feel like continues to push you and keep you going, that you want to share with another creative.
I feel like I don't have any exact quotes or books, but
it could be a prayer. It could be anything that's like, what do you do and what do you have to tell yourself on them days where you want to give up, that keeps you consistent and motivated?
Never stop. Like, if you have somewhere to be, don't stop until you get there. Basically, that's what I have to tell myself every day. And stay consistent. Consistency is the key to everything. You have to stay consistent, or you're not. I feel like you're not going to reach your goals. That's definitely what I have to tell myself every day, to stay consistent. It's like that one thing that's like on the top.
Consistency, because I do know that motivation comes and goes. And consistency trumps motivation, because if you stay consistent, motivation will come back, whether it's gone or it's lost. So I feel that consistency, and just don't stop.
Never give up.
Okay, so can you just throw out like your social media handles and like where to find you and connect with you, and if you have any services or events or promotions or anything like that coming up, please share them.
So you can find me on Instagram at Asma Shakar. That's ASMASHAKAR. So it's 2 R's at the end. And then my TikTok is Asma Shakar as well, ASMA. Shakar. Then you can find me on YouTube at the same @ You can also find my booking link inside of either bio, and then my stylist page is Styles by Asma. And then my booking link for any of my photo shoot styling services and my virtual styling is linked directly in the bio, so you can book right through that link. If you have any questions or concerns, yeah, I cut it all.
You better shoot all that. I'm here for it.
Yeah, so if you have any questions or concerns, normally I take about 10 to 20 minutes to respond to a DM. You can shoot me a DM, you can shoot me an email, and yeah. That's about it.
I just want to make sure you mentioned, guys, I'm all about giving people their flowers while they're here. So I just want to go over like just a quick little rundown of Asma's achievements. You know, she's most proud of starting multiple successful businesses before the age of 20. So age is only a number. You can never be too young, never too old to start a business. She started her first online boutique when she was 18, an organization in 19, and her fashion styling business in 19 as well. So she's most proud of these achievements because she's able to do them on her own, given all in any circumstances, and then she never let anything stop her, and she never will. So I think that's a beautiful thing. You go, girl.
Thank you.
And is there anything else you want to throw out or discuss? Like we talked about our fashion trends. We talked about fashion influences. We talked about Muslim fashion. We sparked our love. We talked about everything, girl.
Mm-hmm.
Just tell me one thing. What is, because we have our campaign is called I Am Black in Fashion. Just tell me what being in Black in Fashion means to you.
It means that there's a box, but you can come out of it and do what you want to do, no matter the color of your skin. No matter where you come from, you can do exactly what you want to do if you put your mind to it. There's nothing stopping you, except for maybe your own mind.
Self-sabotage.
Yeah, that's about it. Like, do you? Like, we live in a day and time where you can get majority of what you want done. So do you, be you, and do what makes you happy.
I love that. All right. Well, as I always say, thank you guys so much for tuning in with us, and stay black. Peace out.
Thank you.